Stop explaining yourself to people who were never trying to understand you in the first place. The more you explain, the weaker you look. The more you justify, the less respect you get. Think about it. Every time you over-explain your decisions, your actions, your life, you're basically asking for permission to be yourself. And the harsh truth is, people don't respect someone who needs approval. They respect someone who stands firm without explaining everything. Weak people explain to be accepted. Strong people move without needing validation. And once you understand this, your entire behavior changes. In this video, you're going to learn why explaining yourself too much is destroying your image, your confidence, and your power, and what to do instead. Stay till the end, because once you see this clearly, you'll stop explaining forever. Like this video, subscribe, and let's get into it. The first thing you need to understand is this: people don't actually listen to your explanations, they judge them. When you start explaining too much, you're not gaining respect, you're giving people more material to question you, doubt you, and sometimes even use against you. The more you talk, the more chances you create for people to find something to disagree with. Strong people understand this. They don't feel the need to explain every decision, every move, every choice. They say what needs to be said, and they move on. That's it. Now think about your own life. How many times have you over-explained something simple? Maybe you made a decision, and instead of just standing by it, you started giving long reasons, trying to make sure everyone understands you, trying to make sure no one judges you. And what happened? Did everyone suddenly respect you more? Or did it feel like you were trying too hard to prove something? That's exactly the problem. The moment you try too hard to explain, people sense it. They sense uncertainty. They sense doubt. And when they sense that, they stop taking you seriously. If this is already making sense, like this video and subscribe, because this is where your mindset starts shifting. Another thing most people don't realize is that over-explaining comes from insecurity. You don't explain because it's necessary. You explain because you're afraid of being misunderstood, judged, or rejected. You want people to agree with you, so you keep adding more and more details, hoping that eventually they'll accept your point. But here's the truth: people will judge you anyway. No matter how perfectly you explain yourself, someone will still disagree. Someone will still misunderstand. Someone will still have an opinion. So why waste your energy trying to control something you can't control? Strong people accept this reality. They don't chase approval. They don't try to convince everyone. They know who they are. They know what they're doing, and that's enough. They don't need to explain themselves to feel valid. And that's exactly why they come across as confident. Because confidence is not about saying more. It's about needing to say less. Now here's something important. There's a difference between communication and over-explaining. Communication is clear, direct, and intentional. You say what matters, you keep it simple, and you don't drag it. Over-explaining is emotional, long, and unnecessary. You keep talking, adding more reasons, repeating yourself, trying to make sure the other person fully agrees. And that's where you lose your power. Let's say someone asks you why you made a certain decision. A confident person will give a short, clear answer. Because this is what I decided. That's it. No long story, no unnecessary details, no need to convince anyone. But someone who lacks confidence will start explaining everything. Well, I did this because of that, and then this happened, and I thought maybe this is better, and also people were saying this. And it just keeps going. That difference is everything. One shows control, the other shows doubt. If you're still watching, like this video and subscribe, because you're starting to see something most people ignore their entire lives. Another powerful truth is this: people respect boundaries more than explanations. When you constantly explain yourself, you blur your own boundaries. You make it seem like everything is open for discussion. But when you keep your words short and clear, you create a boundary. You show people that not everything needs to be explained, and not everyone deserves access to your reasoning. And that changes how people treat you. Think about the most respected people you know. Do they explain everything they do? Or do they make decisions and move forward without seeking approval? Most of the time, they don't over-explain. They speak less, but their words carry more weight. That's not by accident. That's control. That's self-respect. Now understand this: every time you over-explain, you lower your value. Not because explaining is wrong, but because doing it excessively makes it look like you're trying to justify your existence. And you don't need to justify who you are or what you choose. The moment you realize that, you stop talking so much, and you start carrying yourself differently. If this is hitting you right now, like this video and subscribe, because this mindset will separate you from most people around you. Another thing, over-explaining drains your energy. You spend time thinking about what to say, how to say it, how people will react, and then you keep repeating yourself just to make sure they get it. That's exhausting. Strong people don't waste their energy like that. They keep things simple, they keep things direct, and they move on. Their focus stays on what actually matters, not on convincing people. And here's something deeper. The more you explain, the more you give people control over your decisions, because now your choices depend on their understanding and approval. But when you stop over-explaining, you take that control back. You make decisions for yourself, not for validation. If you're getting value from this, like this video and subscribe, because this is not just advice, this is a shift in how you live your life. Another thing you need to understand is this: when you explain too much, you train people to question you more. The more access you give to your reasoning, the more people feel entitled to challenge it. They start asking more questions, pushing more, digging deeper, because you've shown them that you will answer everything. And slowly, without realizing it, you lose authority in your own life. But when you keep your answers short and clear, people don't push as much. They feel the boundary. They understand that not everything is up for debate. That's how authority is built. Now think about this. Have you ever noticed how people react differently to someone who speaks less but with confidence? There's a certain weight in their words. They don't rush. They don't overtalk. They don't try to convince. They simply state their position and move on. And because of that, people listen more carefully. Because when words are limited, they become valuable. But when you talk too much, your words lose impact. You become predictable, and predictable people are easy to ignore. If this is making sense, like this video and subscribe, because this is where your communication starts to change. Here's another truth most people ignore. Over-explaining often comes from the need to be liked. You don't want conflict. You don't want disagreement, so you keep explaining until the other person feels comfortable. But in doing that, you make yourself uncomfortable. You compromise your own clarity just to keep others satisfied. Strong people don't do that. They are okay with being misunderstood. They are okay with not being liked by everyone, because they value self-respect more than approval. And once you reach that level, your life becomes simpler. You don't overthink every conversation. You don't replay situations in your head. You don't feel the need to fix how people see you. You just live, decide, and move forward. That's freedom. Another important point. Not everyone deserves an explanation. This is something you need to accept. Just because someone asks you a question doesn't mean you owe them a detailed answer. Just because someone is curious doesn't mean they deserve your time. Strong people choose who they explain themselves to. They don't give the same level of access to everyone. Family, close friends, people who genuinely matter. Yes, they deserve clarity. But random people, critics, people who don't understand you, they don't need your explanation. And once you make that distinction, everything becomes easier. If you're still here, like this video and subscribe, because you're learning something that most people never realize. Now let's go deeper. When you stop over-explaining, you become more present. You stop living in other people's opinions. You stop trying to control how you are perceived. And you start focusing on your own path. That's where real progress happens. Because growth requires focus, and focus is impossible when you're constantly worried about explaining yourself to others. Another powerful shift happens when you stop explaining. Your confidence becomes visible. You don't need to say, "I'm confident." People can see it in how you speak, how you respond, how you stay calm without over-justifying anything. Confidence is not loud, it's controlled. And nothing shows control more than knowing when to stay silent. Also understand this: silence is not weakness. Silence is a decision. It's a sign that you don't feel the need to prove anything. It's a sign that you trust your own choices. And that kind of silence is powerful. It creates curiosity. It creates respect. It makes people think twice before questioning you again. If this is changing your mindset, like this video and subscribe, because this is how you start building real presence. Now here's something practical. Next time someone questions your decision, don't rush to explain everything. Give a short answer, then stop. Don't fill the silence. Let them process it. Most people are uncomfortable with silence, so they'll either accept your answer or move on. And you'll notice something. The less you explain, the more control you feel. Over time, this becomes natural. You stop over-talking. You stop overthinking. You stop over-explaining. And you start living with clarity and confidence. And that's when people start seeing you differently. Not because you changed who you are, but because you stopped trying to prove who you are. And here's the part most people never realize. When you stop explaining yourself, you start trusting yourself. You stop looking outside for approval and you start relying on your own judgment. That shift changes everything, because the moment you trust yourself, you don't feel the need to justify your decisions anymore. You don't feel the pressure to make everyone understand you. You don't feel the need to win every conversation. You just do what you know is right and move forward. And that kind of mindset is rare. Now think about how much time you've wasted trying to explain yourself to people who were never going to understand you anyway. People who already made up their mind. People who were just waiting for you to say something so they could disagree. You keep talking, they keep judging. You keep explaining, they keep questioning. It never ends. And the only way to break that cycle is to stop playing that game. Strong people don't waste time trying to convince everyone. They accept that not everyone will agree with them. They accept that not everyone will understand them. And instead of trying to fix that, they focus on their own path. They move in silence. They let their actions speak. And over time, results do what explanations never could. Another powerful truth is this: the more you explain, the more you delay your own progress. Because instead of moving forward, you're stuck in conversations that don't matter. You're stuck trying to justify things that don't need justification. And while you're busy explaining, life is moving. Opportunities are passing. Growth is waiting. Strong people don't get stuck like that. They decide, they act, and they keep moving. If this is making sense, like this video and subscribe, because this is how you separate yourself from the average mindset. Now understand this clearly. Not explaining yourself doesn't mean you stop communicating. It means you stop over-communicating. It means you speak with intention. You say what matters and you leave out what doesn't. You don't overshare. You don't over-justify. You don't give unnecessary access to your thoughts. That balance is what makes you powerful. And once you start practicing this, you'll notice something interesting. People will treat you differently. They'll question you less. They'll respect your decisions more. They'll think twice before challenging you. Not because you said something magical, but because you stopped saying too much. Your presence becomes stronger when your words become fewer. So from today, remember this simple rule. You don't need to explain everything. You don't need to answer every question. You don't need to make everyone understand you. Focus on your path. Protect your energy, and speak only when it matters. That's how you build real self-respect. That's how you build real control. Now it's on you. The next time someone questions you, watch your instinct. You'll feel that urge to explain everything. And in that moment, pause. Give a short answer, then stop. That one small change will start shifting your entire personality. Because in the end, the less you explain, the more powerful you become. The less you talk, the more your actions speak. And the less you seek approval, the more respect you naturally earn. If you got real value from this video, hit like right now and subscribe to the channel, because this is where you learn real discipline, real confidence, and real mental strength. Comment, "I don't explain," to lock this mindset in your brain. And don't stop here. Watch the next video on your screen right now, because controlling your words is just the beginning. Becoming powerful is next.